If you've ever bought products by Neewer, chances are you've probably run into a few quality control issues. And that's what I've noticed with this C-stand here, and in the reviews as well. I've noticed a lot of people talking about this one particular problem, and that's the bolt down here stripping. But if you take a closer look, you'll find that the issue comes from the hole in the barrel misaligning with the hole on the outside with the screw. And so when you screw that in, it can actually cause the thread to rub against the edge of the hole and wear away at the screw. So I want to fix that issue today. So if you run into this issue, you can fix it yourself and you won't have to bother about sending it back. So notice there's a pin in the end of the bolt there that prevents you from unscrewing the nut. You're going to have to pull that out before you start anything. So a trick to getting this pin out is to actually tighten this, and then you can pull the pin straight out. Now once you've unscrewed this, you can just pull it all the way out and put everything to the side there and take these legs off because they will just be in the way. Now that you've taken both the bottom legs off, what you can do is you can start to undo this here. Now I've gone ahead and I've taken all the bolts out of the base here. I'm just going to take the leg out and put that to the side. Now you're going to notice a couple of these black pins on the inside here, and you want to pop them out. Those pins actually line up with these holes, and of course, as you know, these holes are in the wrong position to have the hole match the other hole, which is the cause of the thread being stripped. Now I have this old set of Allen keys that I'm going to use to punch this out with the hammer. There you go, one. Two pins out. And you just want to put these pins aside because you're going to put them back in once we have the hole in the right position. I'm just going to go ahead and put this back on. Rethread the bolt there and tighten that up. So make sure that when you're tightening the main part up again, the holes line up, and then you can just go ahead and you can put the leg back in and tighten that back up. Now with everything lined up, you can put these little plugs back in there and just give them a tap in with the hammer. Now you'll probably notice that these won't go in all the way. It's because they don't actually have a hole to go into. So these are just literally hitting against the metal bit here, but that doesn't matter anyway because if your screws are tight enough and you put this in tight enough, it's not going to move anywhere. Now we've got the three legs back together, we can start putting the bolts and the nuts and the washers back in place. I've found that turning this upside down and putting the weight on the Allen key is the best way to get that, because it is spring loaded and that spring mechanism is used to help the legs spin around. So now we carefully place that pin back in and you can start loosening it again to get the pin to stay in place. So now that we have everything back in place, put that bolt in and you'll find that it can screw all the way in with no friction from that misaligned hole, and you've fixed your C-stand. So I really hope this helped you. If it did help you, give the video a like, so then that way other people that have the same issue are more likely to find this video and they can fix their C-stands themselves as well. So I think I'm done.